Alright guys, before we get started this time around, real quick, I need to get two things out of the way. One, this is going to be very spoiler heavy for the Equestria Girls movies. Not only am I going to be just flat out talking about what happens, but I'm going to be showing clips. This is going to be the most clip heavy episode I've done yet. I want to make sure you guys know that because I know that Friendship Games only aired like half a month ago. The DVD set's only been out for like a week or two. So I know there's a very real chance that some of you haven't seen all three movies yet. So, just, heads up. Spoilers ahead. Second thing, you'll notice that my video format has changed yet again. That is because I am recording this on a new camera that my dad just mailed to me when I mentioned that I was going to be looking for a camera. And this is after I got another package from my parents containing this awesome bag that my mother made me, which I use for decks, and this awesome huge ass throw that my mom made for me. So I want to take this opportunity to say to my mom and dad, since I know at the very least my dad watches this, Mom, Dad, thank you for always being supportive and helpful in everything that I do. It just means the world to me. And regarding My Little Pony specifically, thank you for never giving me the stink eye or questioning it or anything. I have so many of my friends, even as adults, are afraid to tell their parents that they watch this show because their parents will flip out. So, again, I love both of you. Thank you so much for everything. And, yeah, you two are the best parents ever. Now, with that out of the way, let's start the show. Hello, every pony, bronies, and Pegasisters of all ages. I am the Nate Dam Z, and welcome again to Like a Ditzy Do, a video blog about the My Little Pony collectible card game. Now, before I start delving into today's subject, there is one more thing I want to make absolutely clear before we get started in earnest. I want to make it perfectly clear that I love these movies, all three of them. There will be gushing. Negativity will be very little, if any at all. I understand that these movies are despised by many, and that's fine. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm not even planning on discussing why they're so despised. If you want to rationally discuss the pros and cons, I'll be happy to do so. However, if you're looking for a video that rips them a new one, you won't find that here. Now, that said, please Enterplay, please make an Equestria Girls expansion of the game. Seriously. These movies are so perfect for the game, they are practically begging to be made into cards. For starters, half the problem cards could be from the shorts. Heck, song cards are a thing now, and these are some of the best songs in the entire franchise. I would probably carry a Shine Like Rainbows card in my wallet. A game expansion would be a great way to help flesh out the background humans by making them friend cards. Interplay has shown that they are masters of flavor text, and it would be really fun to see what names they come up with. Speaking of characters, how insanely easy would the mains be for this set? Start side, normal human. Boosted side, pony up. I'm not sure what the flip conditions would be, but I'm sure they could come up with something interesting. One thing I am sure of though, no Twilight Sparkle main. She has 4 already, and honestly, I think purple cards should be kept to a minimum in this hypothetical set. A major plot point in all 3 movies is how magic either doesn't exist, is rare, or doesn't make sense in the Equestria Girls world. Besides, we know who's the real star of these movies.
You're never gonna bring me down. You're never gonna break this part of me.
A lot of my love for these movies comes from the fact that we get a complete character arc for one Sunset Shimmer. This is very much her story. In fact, Sunset is such an important character to these films, and now such a beloved part of the franchise as a whole for many people, including myself, that I think she deserves her own color. Red. Why red? Well, because orange and yellow are already taken, and maybe it's just me, but the first thing I notice about her design is her fire hair, and mostly the red part of that. In any case, she's her own character, she needs her own game color. The rub here is that I have no idea how introducing a seventh color would affect gameplay, or what Red's hypothetical gimmick would be. My first thought was something that readied exhausted characters, but that would probably be too easily broken. Exhausted is used to trigger way too many abilities. Then I thought Red could maybe focus on any counters to cards, since there seems to be so many of those now. I just know that it should be some sort of healing mechanic, because that's what Sunset did in these movies. She was redeemed, and then she helped to heal others in one form or another.
Take my hand, Twilight. Let me show you there's another way. Just like someone once did for me.
Fans seem to have named Sunset Shimmer as the element of forgiveness. And really, what is forgiveness if not a form of spiritual healing? And it seems like this idea isn't too crazy. Not long after I got my Twitter account, the official MLP CCG Twitter did a little unofficial poll about how people would receive the idea of Equestria Girls material showing up in the game. Not only did I respond with great enthusiasm about the idea, but I asked, would it be too much that Sunset get her own color? And the answer? Only slightly. Now, I'm not saying that this is confirmation we will in fact be getting a seventh color at some point. Not at all. In fact, I'm sorry to say that this whole thing is probably nothing but wishful thinking on my part. See, in that same poll, while most of the responses were pretty positive, if not just as enthusiastic as I was, there were more than a few that they said they didn't like the idea, to the point that some said they would quit the game. I don't have any insight into Interplay's inner workings, but I imagine they'd have to at least consider those answers before going through with anything Equestria Girls related, and I can't blame them for that. Still, I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for a Sunset Shimmer main somewhere down the line. The next set is called High Magic, so maybe there's room for a main of her, at least her pony form. And if she has to be one of the existing colors, I really hope it's yellow, but it'll probably be purple. There's no reason for me to give up hope, though. Sunset already has 2 cards in the game, and there's flavor text on other cards that reference the movies. So I'm sure we'll see more Equestria Girls goodness as the game continues. There's just so much they can pull from it. Villains, resources, events, and so many friends. What about you fine folks? Would you like to see more Equestria Girls in the game? Should it get its own expansion, or maybe just a Celestial Solstice style box set? Who do you think is best human? As for, next episode, originally I had no idea what my topic was going to be. but some very interesting pictures showed up while I was working on my outline, and I think I have an idea now. Join me next time as we begin next episode with a short little journey through time and space. Until then, I'm going to speculate what the officially confirmed Equestria Girls 4 is going to be about, while I totally patiently await more high magic spoilers, like a Ditzy do.
Once upon a time, you came into my world and made the stars align. Now I can see the signs. You pick me up when I get down so I can shine. Shine like rainbows. Shine like rainbows. Friends, you are in my life, and you can count on me to be there by your side. And when the music comes alive, we sing our songs to lift us up so we can shine. And the sound that we hear in our hearts makes a crescendo. And the light that ignites in the dark, it makes us stronger. And shine like rainbows. We shine like rainbows. Together we stand as the rain begins to fall, and holding our heads up.
This right here, people, this is where the madness began.